for real life, for real life. Hey everybody, and welcome to Bandites. Let's Sculpt January day 6. Darkness. My name is Cedric. Welcome to an early morning stream, because I have stuff to do in the afternoon. So I decided to stream a little bit earlier today, get it out of the way. Yeah, I was just in the process of saving darkness. Welcome into the darkness that envelops the universe. I have no idea what to do. I mean, it leaves it open a lot for interpretation. But I think down I closed it again. There we go. It has to be abstract. Probably shouldn't make another character, should I? How's everybody doing? Hey, technical tracker. Where am I from? I'm from Belgium, my man. The mythical land of Belgium, where darkness resides. I could do another attempt at the Joker. Maybe. I did the Joker like last year. Might do the new version. Or, you know what? I could make a Batman. As he resides in the darkness. Man, in the morning my voice is so... darkness. Yeah, let's do a Batman. Just see a Batman holding out his middle finger. Some fan art. I mean, I don't want to do like a simplistic Batman, because that could be too easy and too hard at the same time. Do I want to do a full body sculpt? Probably not. Just like the bust. Yeah, let's do Batman. You know, let's do a Batman version of the comics. Man, I have to read more Batman. And let's just start with this and see where we go. Let's just do a Batman, you know. It's not super abstract, but hey. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, there we go. Let's go to front view. Let's fix the fact that this is not in the middle. Okay, there we go. Sculpt mode activated. And here we go. I mean, let's just start with the simple shape of the head, right? I just start bringing out the jaw. I'm just gonna remesh this into a little bit more simple. Yeah. And he has this epic neck. So let's go with that. The new snake hook. I love you and I hate you. What are you doing? They say that the morning is the best time to make to do the most creative stuff, because your brain is still focused, and most of us focus on. I'm just trying to. I'm being really messy here, and I shouldn't. I'm just gonna remesh it once more. Let me just get the basic shapes out of the way, so you don't have that long of a neck. Oh man, the new snake hook tool. Why do you mock me? I am the Dark Knight. I'm just gonna do the entire stream. I explored a city in 2014. Belgium is not a city. Belgium is a country. But yeah, by the size of it, I do get why some people confuse it with oh, come on, I'm just gonna use a grab brush. I have this. I just need to get the shape a little bit more correct. The skull and such. I'm just gonna use the flatten tool here. Yeah. You're doing job. I am a freelancer at the moment. So, well, sort of. I don't have my own company, but I do freelance jobs. Some at the moment, so mostly as a video editor. By the way, at the moment, I don't do anything 3D related at the moment. So got that going for me. So I'm just gonna, yeah, this has to go way down. I'm just like pushing out the main shapes. He has some angry eyebrows, right? And it's very pointy nose. Yeah, I'm just gonna try and get the main shape of the skull correct already. Let's see here. Let's push this out, smooth this out. Kind of looks like Octo at the moment because I haven't really. Yeah, I need to. It's so early. The thing about well, it's not that early. It's like 10:20 here. So yeah, in a matter of speaking, I'm doing job. I do the jobs. Get one of those job thingies, as Rachel would say. I'm not. I'm one of those states if I don't know if I'm doing a good job or not. Just trying to get the shape correct here. I'm just sketching along. Yeah, I think I might need another picture for the moment. And this one might be better. There we go. Okay, yeah, I see what I'm doing wrong now. So I need a lot more volume here. Maybe a little bit less here. And I think the nose goes a little bit higher. The eyes go a little bit lower. Got the cheekbones still though. And we got this very clear jawline that should go up until here and carve this out. There we go. Yeah, a little bit more of a pronounced jaw. Bring this up a little bit. I think his pose should be a little bit more facing down, because he's Batman. Hey JD, today's task is darkness, so I'm making the Night of Darkness. Batman. Just gonna, like, he has like these ears protruding somewhat from his mask. Those are way too big. Like something like this. I'm gonna try and respect like the comic book style of it all, but that's like, now I see that my face is just too, should be a little bit longer. This is just gonna be trying to get the sketch right before we jump into details. So I'm trying to get, forcefully to get to see that my anatomy is correct here. He has a very straight nose, right? Well, depends on which comic you look. Oh, darkness. Yes, darkness. I'm just gonna put in a little bit more detail because kind of don't want to be bothered. You know, I kind of like having a high poly count. Oh, did I do a whoopsie? No, I didn't. That's 1 million. Did a small whoopsie. 0.009. I also want to smooth normals, right? And then come on. I clicked it twice. No! By the way, today I'm listening to A New Decade, an epic mix. If somebody wants to listen along. Yeah, okay, I'll rematch that then. So then we'll have about 500,000. Like, not because I want to go into detail, but because I'm pushing things, but things get stretched, and I'm kind of bothered by it. So I'm still going to be a little bit rough. The only thing that means is that I can't really use the smooth brush, because the smooth brush like kind of works less efficient with a lot of polys. It's a very angry look, but kind of want to get the shape here. Now I'm seeing that this doesn't really have a really good shape. I'm gonna push the eyebrow a bit further here, and then try to push. Whoops, that's the. I'm just gonna add layers until it looks like what could be perceived as a starting point from where we will have. Batman. That was very. He has a very strong chin, right? So bring this down a little bit. You make concept character. Is that a statement or a question? Do you give yourself a time limit in these? I try, like, normally I wouldn't, but for the sake of me keeping my sanity with doing this daily, I try to keep this to, oh, that's too much of a chin, Jesus. Trying to keep these about 2 hours for each. Kind of overdid the chin a little bit just to, I think. Yeah, I'm just going to define the mouth a little bit just to see where everything goes. And now I see that his nose is way too high up. Now I can start putting in these muscles. I'm being very rough, but that's just to get the shapes out there. And here, this almost goes all the way. So I'm just gonna define these shapes so I can, like this. There we go. It starts to look like something. So we have this line going on. We have this line, and then we have this line. There we go. Now we have a mouth. We only need to push the upper lip. Like, he has thin upper lips in this comic version, at least. I'm gonna push this forward a bit without it. I kind of put the rounding in here and make it look. So now, like that, I have the elements in here. I can start pushing it around again and see that I'm kind of going in the right direction. More cheekbone. It's kind of like his eyebrows are not that extreme. Like, Cold Brew looking great. Yeah, thanks. Just gonna find a little bit of these muscles that I see here. This goes straight into here. This collarbone. And this muscle is very hefty with Batman. You know, smooth things out. I'll bring this a little bit more to the middle. I think like this should get be higher. He's a very hefty man. I think maybe his outline should be a little bit lower. Although, not too much. There we go. Now it starts to look like something. I'm just going to find some more lines here that I know are gonna be there. Just very rough, right? Just to see. Should be a little bit more on the chin. Protrude a little bit better. Yeah, I'm gonna do the horns at the end, so I can make them very smooth and just. Although, no, I'm not gonna do them at the end, but I'm gonna put them in at a point where it makes sense. I'm just gonna, because the ears are part of the mask. So they don't have all the detail. And just like something you pull over the ear. So I guess this will be filled up a little bit more. Let's flatten this out. I think like the ears would be pushed against the head a lot more. Yeah, that makes sense. Smooth it out. Hey, why not you use ZBrush for Sculpt? Because I'm not a ZBrush scrub. No, I'm too cheap for ZBrush. I told you I'm a freelancer. I can't afford ZBrush. No, just kidding. I don't know. I think Blender has gone to a point where I really like it for sculpting. Because like I got used to Blender so much, and it's just a tool I like using most. Otherwise, I had to learn ZBrush. If I ever needed ZBrush for a job, I'd probably take the effort to learn it. But up till now, like everything I had to sculpt, Blender was sufficient. And now with the new updates, like it's pretty cool. Just gonna go in here and already kind of find these rectangular eyebrows. Do you bleed? I am Batman. I think this should become a little bit more here. And a little less obvious. Can make him super stylized, of course, the way we like it. And just like make this all very simple in shape. I don't think I want to overdo that. I think I want it kind of be there, but I think his lips could use some work. Not to jump in too much detail at the beginning, of course, but there's really the comic book style really has these basic shapes going that you'll learn in anatomy class. Yeah, this needs to be smoothed out again. Gonna redo that. I think we're just gonna fill this up a little bit. Let's see here, and then just sharpen this edge up. Too much. Yeah, so I'm just gonna push this back because this is getting the wrong shape here. Because the lips are the only thing you see, so I think they're kind of important to get right here. Also here you have these. I'm just gonna overdo the shapes again, so kind of have this protrusion here. That might be a little bit too much. I'm gonna just gonna press period, so I rotate around it. You are experienced artist. This will be so helpful. I always end up getting like 50 million faces, but slowly learning. Yeah, I would like. I'm always sticking to like 1 million. And I am an experienced artist because I have experience. I'm not sure how to say that, but I would say I'm at a mid-level. I still consider myself pretty young. Yeah, this starts to look good. Don't want to make the crease too deep yet. I haven't really jumped into that amount of detail yet, but there we go. There's this spiky nose for some reason, but I think it's because of the mask. Got the shape of the nose in here. We don't have any nose holes. What am I saying? Nostrils. There we go. Yeah, I have to get another reference because there we go. It's a very, how do you say, flat nose, like something like this. A very spiky nose. I think the nostrils have to go up here. Keep this straight, you know. And I wish this image was bigger. Let's take this one. Oh yeah. Ooh yeah. This one's the detail I need. Oh, it's my girlfriend coming back from her jog. Just gonna open the door. How you got freelance in any site or YouTube? I don't really understand the question, but basically, I got freelance by just talking to people. Well, yeah, it's not as simple as that. Like, it's I don't know. Freelance jobs come from everywhere, really. Some people find me on Facebook. Some people find me on. I mean, to be honest, I find most people. I just contact businesses that might need my services and be like, hey, I can do this for you if you want for money. And then they'll be like, oh yeah, that seems cool. Well, mostly they ask like, can we see a portfolio? I'm just giving him boobs for some reason. There we go. Let's put this a little bit down. Hello, baby. How was the run?
Pretty good.
Alright. Pretty good. Just gonna flatten this out because I see something happening here that I kind of want to imitate, so to speak.
Oh, Batman.
Oh, Batman.
What's the theme today?
Darkness.
Darkness, of course.
Yeah, we want to make him a little bit more spikier. and flatter at some speed. I even want to maybe use a rake brush here just to get this edge in here. I don't want to overdo it, of course, but I'm seeing this detail and I kind of want to replicate it. And it just goes like this. And then this should be good lower, yeah. And that kind of flatten this out, right? Kind of layer on this. This becomes flat, right? So I really want to try and go for that. That superhero, what I'm saying, that comic book look, right? So it might just be pushed a little bit inwards. And so I'm trying to copy the things I see on screen, but that might be easier said than done. But he has a high skull, man. Let's just copy what we see, right? No, it should be a little bit more. I'm making my noses too small. I noticed, like, looking back at the one I made yesterday or the day before, that I tend to make my noses too small. So let's just, as a precaution, make his nose a little bit bigger. Nah, it's fine. As long as it looks good, right? So, man, the comic book style really has like a hard edges, right? So I'm just gonna copy those into 3D and see how it looks, because it really has hard lines. Like it has a hard line here, and coming from here. And I think the pinch brush would like do more service here, yeah. And that is like really. And something like that. There we go. I'm definitely doing a better job at this than I did with my Joker. And I'm just gonna very lightly outline where the mask should be. And then, because I just want that to be already kind of there. That looks good, because the mask protrudes by some degree, so I kind of want to have that in there without having that being done after I put in all of detail work. What did I do? Shouldn't have smoothed it down. There we go. Something like this, yeah. Then it just goes into the nose. Not into the nose, you know. This looks kind of good, although I think. So you are in Facebook group name in 3D modeling, texturing, and animation VFX. I am in some groups, but I don't think I'm in that specific group, if that's what you're asking. But I'm sensing some way that you're asking me how I get freelance gigs. It's not by joining Facebook groups, I can tell you that. Especially not filled with artists. Hey man, if you're looking for freelance jobs, just I think going to local businesses first helps establishing a network and build your portfolio. So just go into town, because like I had to start out, or I'm still like working with a very hefty like jack of all trades kind of deal, where I don't do characters. Let's make that clear. I don't make characters for clients. Rarely. I think over the 6-7 years I've done freelance on and off, I've made 2 characters, or no, more, 4, but 3 of them were from the same client, who had a pitch for a show, and he kind of wanted to visualize the characters. That was a fun assignment, yeah. But have you ever worked on architectural projects? I just finished my master's in architecture, but wow. But congratulations, by the way. But more interested in the VFX animation side or more conceptual pieces. I have never worked on architectural projects, to be honest. I almost worked at a small studio where they only did architectural projects. But I have done some things in my free time where I made some... I should protrude this with the same width, by the way. That should just be straight. Simple shapes, simple shapes. Just gonna smooth this out a little bit and then just get this out here again. There we go. There we go. That's more like it. And then down here, it's just gonna be protruding this part. Maybe push this a little bit in. And seeing that this kind of works to my advantage. But yeah, I haven't done big architectural projects. Yeah, but I almost worked like there's a studio here in Ghent who does a lot of architectural stuff for you know, businesses that sell furniture, because it's cheaper nowadays to actually hire a 3D artist and hire a studio that can make pictures of make nice pictures, because that's the thing, like make nice pictures of your furniture. The thing is, like, you have to make 50 pictures, different pictures of a furniture piece in different angles, so your client can still choose, like, oh, I want that one rotated like this, that one rotated, that one lit like this. And if, like, bringing furniture to a photo studio, that is a pain in the ass, because you did so many trucks, like just going back and forward, or just have one truck going back all day, and maybe you can do 4 furniture pieces in one day without the retakes being there. But I'm gonna move to another piece of that kind of looks the same. That's too small. Come on, Batman. He's always like in darkness. I mean, that's the whole point, sure, but kind of want to give him a more angry look, right? I want to keep his mouth closed because I can't be bothered now to. And he's a really bulky man, so I kind of want to have these shapes in here that you see in bulky men. But without it looking like he is chewing on something, so I guess I should have made these separate shapes, eh? Flatten it out a little bit. Let's put in his eyeballs, because kind of already want to give that some detail too. Yeah. It doesn't really matter where they're oriented because they're just white. So mirror them. I think this is good. Are you making any superhero model? Yeah, I'm making Batman. Wasn't that clear? With which resolution are you remeshing? Currently with I don't know. Wait, let me check in a second. Should I put in his eyes? Something like that, yeah, sure. 0.009. Do apply your, but it depends like how big your mesh in total is, and because I kind of like, I started out doing way more low poly and then remeshing, but you can still be rough when doing high poly, but the stretching doesn't get in the way. So I might do that from now on. So we learned something. I'm gonna protrude the cheekbones a little bit more. So now the tricky part. How do I? This one is nice. It's the one I used earlier as well. Okay. I kind of want to. I don't want to do this a simple way where I just, because I could leave it like this, but I want this to look a little bit realistic, right? So it really starts to look like Batman, so I'm pretty happy. So if you, yeah, at the moment he could look like any superhero because he doesn't have his signature ears, of course, but. Okay, bro, bye. I've also 3D work for my show reel. I am now going to my 3D work. I hope so. Why are you asking? Have fun? I always feel guilty when people aren't. Because my English, like, is also. It's fine for what it is. I think this should also still go lower. I don't think like I have to. Simple shapes, simple shapes. Because the mask shouldn't feel as organic as it does now, right? Although on the other hand, it should feel like it's wrapping around the skin pretty closely. I'm trying to think in big shapes here. Whilst at the same time keeping the detail, but also not having unnecessary detail here and there. There we go. And man, I always forget to do this right away, but kind of want to push this in, because I kind of want to have this wrapped around the eye, like the lower eyelid, instead of just ending it there. Don't want to make it too cartoony, right? So I'm just gonna make an eyelid here. There we go. And then what you can do is just flatten this out, so that you still got the shape of the cheekbone in there, but you also, I might remesh it pretty quickly. I'm just gonna press Ctrl R. Was it architecture firm looking for 3D artists? Can you let me know what the name of the firm is? This was like 2 years ago, so I don't know if they're looking at the moment. I don't even know if they exist yet, but I can give you the name if you want. It's in Belgium though, but if you get a job there, let me know. Hook me up. But don't reference me. I mean, you can, but I mean, I don't know the people that work there anymore, so. But I don't know what they're called either, because they don't have a website. It's really, and they do have a website, but it's hard to find. Where was it? But yeah, man, just if you just Google Archivist firms, you'll find enough that are looking for 3D artists. Yeah, if I come up with a name, I'll let you know. Man, But it didn't hire me, so. But I didn't apply there as a 3D artist as well, because I actually applied there as a project assistant, production assistant. I hate the shape. I hate it so much. I should push all of this down, I think, and then. You okay? Zo hè? Waarom is je gezicht zo rood?
Van het lopen.
Oh, nee. Verder lopen.
Tot anesthesie en terug.
Tot anesthesie. Nice.
Ze was niet op kot. Ze zit waarschijnlijk in de les.
De hangebeld.
Nee, ik had een berichtje gestuurd.
Waarschijnlijk nog aan het slapen.
Dat denk ik niet. Ik denk dat ze in de les zit.
Alright, sorry for my Dutchness. One, two. I think this should also be a little bit closer to the middle. I guess my mouth is a bit small. Look at it. I really want to get the shape in here, no matter the cost. So just gonna use the inflate brush to inflate it, and then kind of, yeah, there we go. That starts to look like something. Let's layer it on. Yeah. But yeah, I get it. It's hard to find a job these days. There's a lot of 3D artists out there, and you really have to stick out if you want to get a job. Like, I had Sculpt this in the chat yesterday, and seeing people so young being already so invested. I hope the industry goes the right way again at some point. Like, it's not all super bad at the moment, but because actually, like, the 3D industry is booming on one side, but at the same time there's just like there should be enough work, but the problem is that there too many studios do it with not enough artists. You all heard the horror stories, crunch times and such. Yeah, that's a nice detail here.
Did you eat?
I haven't eaten yet.
No.
You instantly hit me with hunger. Like, you said, have you eaten yet? And I was like, no. And suddenly my stomach was like, no, he hasn't. Yeah, I forgot. I like the getup.
I don't.
Do you want me to disable the webcam for a second? Or?
No, it's fine.
Yeah, okay.
This is so embarrassing.
Well, you're not I don't think you're on screen even. No, just your feet are. It's okay. I still love you. This is going pretty good in my opinion. Like, I kind of want to have these harder edges more in there. we want to pronounce the chin a little bit more. Oh yeah, now we're getting somewhere. I'm probably gonna save this because God forbid I lose this. I might use the inflate brush to get a little bit more of a shape going here. Deflate here, and we can kind of, again, yeah, so it looks good. Yeah. So now we got these shapes going here. Simple shapes, that's the key. Just going back and forward to some other details, looking how it looks as a whole. I think the nostrils could be a bit wider and this could be a bit smaller. And then re-accentuate that detail here. Maybe make the nose even sharper. I'm going to do this with the pinch brush. Let me see here. Man, maybe I should have done his mouth open. Because my sculpts until now have been really expressionless. How much time do we have left? We have enough time left. You know what? We're gonna do it. And it's gonna... let me save it first. Let me save this new version. If I change my mind again, then... yeah. Like most of my sculpts have been a little bit expressionless, so... I don't want to change that. So I'm just gonna go off this one. I'm just focusing on the upper lip now. And then just... I'm gonna start carving out here. I should be around here somewhere. Like really go for that expression here. Let's see how easy this is. We have our lower lip down here. No, lower lip just goes. Just gonna layer it on now. Should have probably done this sooner. Because now I'm just gonna rough it out again, and then. But it's a creative choice, you know. And we kind of want to challenge ourselves to doing stuff we're not super confident in doing. Otherwise, there's no sense in doing the challenge. We already kind of put a placeholder of his teeth a little bit in there. Now it kind of shows that the mouth should be a little bit more. I'm gonna go for simpler shapes for now, until it starts to look right. I think this should go up here. It's hard to get these shapes without him looking like he's smiling. To be honest, I'm just gonna little bit force brute the shape in here. Brute force, not force brute. Cheers, man. I'll check you again soon. Thanks, man. Subscribe and like. Definitely subscribe if you want to see more. Because I see a lot of viewers. Because I have those stats. I see what you're doing. Just gonna remesh it again. I'm too aware that every time I remesh it, I kind of lose some of the details. So I might have done that, all of it, a little bit too soon. Of course, it was before I made this rash decision. But we might go into more details soon and then start big shapes. Let's not go too blobby here. But I think like if we just can put in lips here by just raking this here. There we go. We can just and I still have this detail in here. It's kind of stretching, but kind of smooth it a little bit. I said a little bit. There we go. We want confident lines. We want all of this to connect at the correct spot. I kind of want this to make anatomically sense, so the lips should go together, but then you have this muscle that actually, yeah, we can push all of this a little bit, right? So we really see, there we go. I want to flatten this out. There we go. I'm basing this off one image and it's like should I have done this? Have I been a fool? A little bit too much open, but now we can kind of like put the mouth here so it kind of follows the skull line, because your teeth never move. Like, you can have an expression as crazy as anything, but your teeth never move. That was a problem sculpting teeth, because it's not the easiest. I haven't done it a lot, so I think now it's a little bit too much. I'm trying to find correct shapes in here, right? Just seeing myself, yeah, doing that expression. Lips really stretch out, right? So let's see if I can find a shape in here that will be satisfying. There we go. Simple shapes. There we go. And here we can put the chin in back. That's really a Batman chin. It's like, it's really double thick chin. Yeah, and I like this expression more. So now we kind of go a little bit crazy with it. There we go. And I can start to put these details back with where they should be. They should go here. Like one thing comic book artists do have, like they have an insane amount of anatomical skill. So I'm just following the lines that they drew and trying to translate them to 3D. And then I am so confident that it will turn out correct if I just get these lines in the right position. Just because, you know, oh man, comic book artists are the craziest artists. They just have such skill in drawing the correct lines. I don't want to bash on other comic book styles. And I've definitely seen some, like, manga, for instance, that is drawn beautifully. But I think that style profits more from experimental line weight and how action lines are drawn, whereas comic book style really profits from amount of detail in anatomy and shadows and inking. It's just different styles. But I think what draws a lot of starter artists more to a manga style than to a comic book style is because in its basic form, manga style is easier. And I think that's not a correct... I have nothing against manga style, let me be clear. I'm not one of those, oh, manga is easy and comic book is hard. No, they just have, like, if you want to make it outstanding, I think it's harder to achieve in manga, actually, because I'm thinking of Shingeki no Kyojin or Blam or... just one few, like the monster design in Death Note. Like, for instance, if you look or the detail in the mechanical parts in Full Metal Alchemist, I think those are the things that make some manga stand out. But if you just have like a high school manga, I think your story needs to be very good because the art style mostly isn't something to write home about. And that's true for some comics as well, like Western comics, but it's like in Flanders you have this very big comic book movement that's like Lucky Luke and Luke and Lucy and a lot of Lukes. Yeah, they're very stylistic. They're drawn like very cartoony, so very symbolism art. So how you would call it? No, that's the wrong brush. Yeah, I'm liking this way more. I think this lip should be protrude a little bit back here. And I have the feeling that make this line smoother so it's stretched a little bit more. I don't think what's gonna be hardest here is to actually have those teeth go inwards. And just like when I see tutorials of like manga anatomy, it's like the simplest stuff. They rarely, like, only a few characters mostly, like, have muscles, actual shapes that are... I mean, I'm saying constantly simple shapes, but I think that's overdoing it a little bit. Yeah. But yeah, enough of me bashing on other people's art style. Nah, it's definitely, like, I enjoy some anime and manga. Like, I think I enjoy anime more because they're also the animation. I think anime is a lot stronger on the animation side than Western cartoons, because there's a lot of cool cartoons out there with cool stories, but just lack the depth in animation. And I'm thinking of Earth's Mightiest Heroes, like the Marvel stuff. Because, oh man, the animation is so bad. It's so cheap. I mean, it's a Western cartoon, and Western cartoons, like, really, like, I mean, my animes can be really lazy on animation as well. I mean, some are infamous for it, right? But I think a lot of anime action sequences kind of make up for it. Like, the action sequences are, especially now with coming, like, the VFX and 3D animation, they kind of they're making up for it, and there's a lot of beautiful animation out there in anime. Like, if you see some of the fights from Naruto Shippuden, it's just crazy how far they go with the animation. So I saw a good critique of the Dragon Prince as well, because that's a 3D animation, like in the style of storytelling style of Avatar: Last Airbender, but they didn't, in, like, the first season, they didn't really use the fact that they were using 3D animation. So what you get is just, like, even cheaper looking animation. But then they kind of fixed that in season 2, and so I've heard season 3, so... We have too many series to watch at the moment. We are clustered in... like, we're watching Lost in Space at the moment. What else are we watching? My girlfriend started watching The Crown, which I don't think is a good decision. She can't hear me. I think she's listening to music or something. Or she's actively ignoring me.
I'm just ignoring.
Oh, okay. Damn it. I've been outsmarted once again. Get these lines in here so we get rid of the feeling that he's tensioning up these muscles here. I really think I should put in straight lines in here and have this go here. There we go. Just 2 straight lines, and then I want this to look good in 3D and not just in 2D, right? So it starts to look really good. I'm just gonna go more into detail, so I'm gonna 0.007 and remesh and butch up the stream for a second. Because I want to be done by 12, so we can have lunch. Gonna be a busy day today. There we go. So we now have 1 million polys. 1 million polys. I'm just gonna use the just push these details together. I kind of want to push this a little bit outwards. There we go. I can't really put in these hard lines, right? Now we'll jump to magical stuff. Ja, kan conflict zitten. Ja. Oops. Oh, we got leftover pizza. Hell yeah. Zoals in. Not the healthiest option.
Zou je anders vanmiddag daar eten?
Nee. Maar ik heb om 1 uur afgesproken.
Ah.
I'm just trying to figure out how to blend this in here. Because I don't want this to be just a meaningless blob, so I'm just gonna push this a little bit. There we go. Yeah, it's really going in here. Consistent. Weirdest complaint I've had on the oh, you already gave me some, but I'm I wanted to eat later, but that's so nice of you. I love you.
Why didn't you want to eat now?
Yeah, but no, I have to eat and sculpt at the same time. What are you doing to me, woman? It's okay.
I'm sorry.
No,
You could use it.
no, I can use it. I'm hungry, but now the entire internet has to hear me munch. I'm just gonna mute my mic and work a little bit. If there's questions, I'll answer them. Nope. Hey everybody, I'm back. I'm just trying to get all the corners correctly here, so we don't have any floating blobbiness around. I want everything to be sharp. And I made the spikes pretty easily. Just snake hook tool them up there. I think it can be a bit straighter. There we go. What we could do is also make these edges a lot sharper, right? Without trying to destroy the end here. And there we go. I'm Batman. And I think I want to put the shoulder a little bit higher. Maybe a little bit more back. Oh. Not sure what to do with the ears though. Like sometimes they don't even show up, so I might just flatten them out a little bit more and just show that they're there. Yeah, there we go. Let's turn off our symmetry and go a little bit crazy here. I'm gonna deform his face. He doesn't look angry enough for my taste yet, so. Oh, we still got some. Okay, there we go. Maybe I'm gonna check where I'm gonna put the camera. Might want to put it a little bit like here. Might have overdone the expression a little bit. I'm not gonna show his entire bust because then the head is gonna be a little bit too small, in my opinion. It's gonna be the first one that's not really floating there. And then I'm just gonna bring some extra lines of stress here. See where else we can put them. I think I want to put them here. Now we can just make some extra effort to make this look good. Oops, here. Yeah. There we go. That looks good. It's like punching it together. And here as well, like on the nose, just following. So that becomes clear what's moving, like because it's a mask, right? So I think a little bit here. Just make more of these lines here. There we go. That looks good. Right here. Put some stress lines. Yeah, it starts to look really good. Because now bringing these stress lines really pushes up the... we don't want to put that on the skin though. Really brings out the expression a lot more. Well, just a few details that can make all the more difference. There we go. Maybe even a little bit on his neck here. Just adding stress lines, you know. Wow, this one can do without that one. Sorry. Excuse me, Governor. Right here, look good. These like, maybe I want to put a little bit more emphasis on these ones. There we go. There's a couple more. We got that point here across. The eyes with the shapes. Correct. We put the cheekbones a little bit higher. There we go. It's Batman. I love him. The Dark Crusader. Let's see what we can do with the lighting, huh? And then maybe we can check out what's still missing. Let's go to shading. Ah, man, I have to make a new start file. I used them on the procrastinate one, right? The shaders. Friends, there we go. And then the eyes, we just give an emission shader. I think that'll be really cool. Shader, emission. Let's go to lighting. Yeah, there's Batman. I really want to give it a real dramatic light. Make it smaller so that the shadows are harder. I am the night. Not sure what I want to do with the other light though. I at least want to have two lights too. Nah, that's two. Just give them a room light. The moon is a very hard rim light or something. Looks pretty good. I kind of want to bring out a little bit more detail. If I can have another color in here. I mean, it's Batman, so blue kind of fits him, right? Dark blue. I really like the dark blue from the original cartoons. Maybe a bit too harsh. Bring this in closer. Maybe just put it down a little bit. Still want it to be the darkness, the Dark Knight. Maybe I'll lower the shader a bit. Let's see here. A little bit less roughness. Yeah, let's go with a little bit less density here to 0.0005. There we go, that's better. Because now we can go a little bit crazier with the lights without lightening the entire scene here. Cool. Thanks. Warmer lights? Maybe a little bit warmer. Let's parent this. The profile is pretty cool too. Let's put them down a little bit. Kind of want to. There's a thing I said some time ago about the shoulders revealing a lot about their expression. It's also true here. So what I'm gonna do with the X mirror on. Yeah, this is gonna be hard not to pick too much. But I kind of want to put the shoulders a little bit more. Yeah, like this. A little bit more tense, you know. Yeah, that looks better, I think. Yeah. So now he's really coming forward, right? So now he's really like, I'm really liking this one. Not gonna lie. Just gonna add just a very light other light just to illuminate this side of the face just a tiny bit. No. Just a teeny tiny wiener bit. So yeah, what is still missing? I think the ears. I'm just gonna do this in this view. I see that the ears are not as straight as like I could have modeled them, sure. But where would be the fun in that? Just making it a little bit straighter. Just a little bit. Devil is in the details. There we go. And what I might do is scope mode, turn off my X mirror, and then just without whoops, go back to scope mode, turn off X mirror, just make one shoulder a little bit higher than the other one, like this. Yeah, there we go. Batman. So there's that. I think one thing missing. Let's go back to sculpting here. There's not enough detail. Let's see here. Do I still have somewhat of a... Yeah, okay. Does this work? Yeah. I think I have to separate this just a little bit better because now it was a little bit weird looking at that shape. And I'm gonna put in some like those comic book shapes in there, like these harder lines, just so that that left side is a little bit more interesting to look at, because now it was just a little bit sad. So it doesn't have to be super sharp, but I think there was a detail that was still missing a little bit. Maybe we can even like go a little bit further and just put the shape in a little bit. Right? Let's see. Now this is a little bit more interesting to look at, right? We even like shift around the so it just becomes less of a problem to look at that. Okay, so I want to check my bloom again and lower the threshold a little bit. Lower the radius. Yeah. Cool. Gonna re-render this. Just gonna make another. Right, so now we have, you can see the difference like that it makes. It's kind of like, it makes the silhouette a little bit more interesting. So now it was just like, even here, it's like now we have this kind of weird shape here though. But that's fine, I think. Yeah. Something's bothering me. We still have some time, so I'm just gonna consult my just gonna make this a little bit less extreme. I like the extremeness of it, but I think just gonna put it a little bit inward. So this is the silhouette, right? A little bit of cheating, just a little bit. And I think maybe we can pull just a little bit the threads here to go whoops to that middle here, just a little bit more detail. There we go. And just to show you the difference. So that's first render, second render, third render. So it's just a little bit of goodness extra, right? The ears are a little bit smaller, a little bit. We don't got these annoying shapes here, and now the silhouette is cleaner. Yeah, and I think I'm gonna call this done. What do you think?
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah. Might give him a little bit more dramatic lighting.
Yeah, quite.
It's pretty boring lighting, right? I hate it when you agree with me. Let's go a little bit more extreme in the lighting, you know.
Oh my god, jij verschijnt just op mijn tv. Zo grappig.
And I got a lot of that gloom going. Op je tv?
Ja, een van uw personages kwam just op mijn tv.
Oh. Yeah, I'm just gonna push all of this a little bit further. Just to and now we got something interesting going on. And this light, maybe bring it closer. Ooh, yeah, this is interesting. Kind of like this warmer light. A little bit purple. Yeah. Where's the render view? View render F11. Okay. Yeah, I need to push my lighting a little bit further, because we went from a little bit boring to something that's way more interesting to look at. So that's our progress here. Yeah, I like this. Still has a nice silhouette. It's still kind of like in shadow. So yeah, I'm gonna call this done. Just gonna touch this a little bit up in Photoshop and then upload it to Twitter, because you can follow me on twitter.com/gentingent, or just go to gentingent on Twitter. Or if you want to support me on Patreon, you can go to patreon.com/bandnight. Because, as always, I want to thank my Patreons for supporting me. You can also support me on patreon.com/bandnight or follow me at @gentingkent. So, I want to say goodbye to all you lovelies. Thanks for joining. I love you all. Thanks for the chat, the questions, and such, and the conversation starters. My name is Cedric, and I'm out. You want to say bye?
Bye-bye.
Yay!